viewers, I am ALANA NADIR with Monday's edition of the Regional News. The Grenada government says it is not very hopeful of foreign investors seeking to further develop the island's maritime space, where commercial hydrocarbon find has been confirmed in 2018. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Michael, speaking during a 2-hour conversation with local journalists on Sunday night, said that the global effort towards renewable energy at the expense of fossil fuel could hamper Grenada's plans for the oil and energy sector. In 2018, St. George's had announced that hydrocarbons were found in huge commercial quantities and that one well with millions of cubic feet of gas was currently being evaluated, and several others are scheduled to be drilled. The government also announced that it had issued a license to the Russian-based Global Petroleum Group to conduct the necessary exploration activities to locate oil and natural gas within the island's territorial waters. In June 2017, Parliament approved the Hydrocarbon Exploration Incentive Bill 2017, outlining a package of incentives for the oil and gas exploration to any company. He said that the Minister of Finance, Gregory Bowen, who is also the Energy Minister, will be explaining the latest developments in the oil and energy sector when he presents the national budget on Friday. In Barbados, a body found in the area of Mangrove Dump in St. Thomas Sunday morning is that of 30-year-old Samara Bristol. The discovery was made about 9:45 a.m. The body was in an advanced stage of decomposition, police said. Bristol, who had been staying at Ericott St. Thomas, was reported missing last week by her mother Samantha Bristol of Queens, New York. Her mother last heard from her sometime between 6:45 p.m. and 8:30 p.m. on November 18. Now turning to see what's happening in Guadeloupe. School cancelled, barricades on the street and pharmacies trashed. Days of rioting against measures to curb the spread of COVID-19 have brought normal routines and activities on France's Caribbean island of Guadeloupe to a standstill. Paris authorities sent elite police and counter-terrorism officers to Guadeloupe over the weekend in a bid to quell the violence, the latest COVID-19 related headache in France's overseas territories for the government of President Emmanuel Macron. Protests in Guadeloupe, a territory of roughly 400,000 people, erupted after an announcement that the coronavirus jabs would be mandatory for all healthcare workers, with the demonstration marred by clashes and looting. Overnight Sunday, police arrested 38 people after curfew violators looted and torched shops and pharmacies. Also, 2 security forces personnel were injured. Overnight Sunday, police arrested 38 after curfew violators looted and torched shops and pharmacies. Also, 2 security forces personnel were injured. Since summer, Guadeloupe's vaccination drive has picked up, with 90% of healthcare workers vaccinated, as well as nearly half the general population. In mainland France, the vaccination rate is close to 75% of the population. And finally, 2 of the 17 people with an American missionary group who were kidnapped in Haiti more than a month ago have been released, the organization said on Sunday. The hostages, who included women and children, were seized by one of Haiti's most fearsome gangs on October 16 as the missionary group visited an orphanage outside the capital, Port-au-Prince. In announcing that 2 of the captives have been released, the group, Christian Aid Ministries, based in Ohio, said it would not make public their names or say why they were freed. But the group said that those released are safe and in good spirits and are being cared for. And that concludes the regional news for tonight. I am ALANA NADIR. Thank you for joining.